Welcome to our Enthusiast case for autumn. We've put together a nice selection of wines to see you through the end of the summer and into the cold months. So to start, we have a lovely Albarino from Rías Baixas in Spain. This is grown very traditionally on a pergola system, so the grapes are trained high above the ground and they kind of dangle down. This means it gets lots of airflow underneath, so even though it's just above Portugal, really hot, you still get this lovely, fresh, juicy wine whilst retaining the kind of peachy, ripe stone fruit characters. So it's really lovely, great with mussels, oysters, all kind of seafood, really.
Okay, and next we will stay in Spain, but we're going to go to the east and a little bit further inland, just a little bit further south. And it's in Rueda. This is Verdeo. Ripadori is the producer, but Verdeo is the grape variety. And this is a lovely, ripe, tropical fruit flavourful wine with a nice citrus kick as well. But if you like Sauvignon Blanc, then you'll love this.
Moving over into Spain from the Languedoc-Roussillon, we have the Oriental. So this is a bit of a different blend. You've got Viognier, Gewürztraminer, and Riesling. So you don't normally see Gewürz and Riesling grown that far south. So you get this really lovely floral, ripe, very aromatic character to the wine, whilst from the Viognier you get a bit fuller bodied, a bit more stone fruit, richer, riper, and altogether it just works really, really well.
Yeah, that is the full definition of an aromatic wine.
Yes.
The next is Grauburgunder from Germany, the Pfalz region to be precise. Oliver Zetter is the producer of this wine, and there's actually a nice picture of a bear that is basically a drawing of him himself, whether that's a positive or negative. It must be, as he put it on the label. But Grauburgunder is otherwise known as Pinot Gris, which is otherwise known as Pinot Grigio, but it's much more interesting than just your average Pinot Grigio. It's more mineral driven, it's more textural, and it's just really vibrant and fresh. And if you're going to pair it with any food, pair it with cod, baked cod, and it will be a match made in heaven.
Moving over to South Africa, we have the Landsbach Chardonnay from Stellenbosch. Again, this is grown right on the coast, so you get this lovely, fresh, and vibrant character in the wine, but you get this rich, creamy element because it's seen a little bit of oak, so you get this nice balance between freshness and acidity and a slightly fuller bodied, richer wine, which makes it go really well with smoked salmon and heavier foods and slightly creamy for your kind of casseroles or stews, maybe even moving into winter.
Yeah, perfect. And a first for the cases is an orange wine. So this is Orange Utan. This is from Sicily, and I was lucky enough to visit this producer back in June, and it just took me back a bit because an orange wine it's fun without being funky, and it's so versatile with foods, but it's an interesting aperitif as well. But if you've never tried an orange wine, you're in for a real treat.
Moving on to the reds, we're back in Spain with the Nomes Garnacha. So this is made in Catalonia by a very well-known and well-regarded cava producer. They've branched out into red and they are doing it just as well. It is vibrant and fresh whilst maintaining good acidity and body. It's got great tannins, but it's not too heavy that you can't just have it by itself. But it is perfect with your end of season barbecues.
Yes, and then we're moving to California. So this is Zinfandel, Klein Zinfandel. Comes from older vines, 50-year-old vines, which produces quite concentrated fruit, low yields but high quality. Now, if you were to ask me what food I'd have with this, bao buns. Absolutely fantastic. You ever tried bao buns? You should try bao buns, and you should try it with this wine. It's really good.
Heading back over to Sicily, we have the Nerello Mascalese, made by the same people who make the orange wine, but this is a bit more of a traditional style. Normally, Nerello Mascalese is grown on Etna, but they have taken it further south, so you get this more intense, slightly deeper colour to the wine. It's a little bit richer, a bit more full-bodied, but with all Italian wines, it goes great with your pastas, pizzas, burgers, most food, really.
And then we have the Billahote wine from Chapoutier. Now, this is so Chapoutier are based in the Rhone Valley, but they actually set up in the Languedoc-Roussillon area, and they released the Billahote range, which is basically just a really good Rhone alternative. So it's Carignan, Grenache, and Syrah, really sort of juicy, rounded. there's a herby character as well that helps rein it in a bit, the sort of fruity character. But if you're having sort of richer foods, whether it's game or whether it's just red meats in general, I'd certainly give this a go, especially as the weather starts to turn a lot more autumnal.
Moving over to Hungary, we have the Kek Frankosch. This is a grape that also goes by many names, although a bit less well known than Grauburgunder. So you might see it as Blaufränkisch or Lemberger in Germany. It is a really great alternative to your Pinot Noirs or your Beaujolais. So it's nice and light bodied, light tannins, fruity, but it's got a really nice peppery, spicy kick to it. This, so it goes really well with traditional Hungarian food, lots of paprika, lots of smoked foods. All around, just a really interesting alternative, bit more characterful than some of your young Pinot Noirs, but really good value as well.
And to finish off the case, we have this here, the Rosso di Montalcino. So this is from Tuscany, and it's on the same area, similar to Chianti. It's 100% Sangiovese, and if you do like Chianti, you will love this. But I think it's got a step above it. It's not so well known as Chianti, but I think it's if you've got a cheese board on the go, crack this open and you won't be disappointed. It's the rich, vibrant red berry fruits. It's the classic elegance of it, the tannin, the structure, just elegance through and through. So yeah, great case. Yeah, and enjoy.